Hey folks, this is Nod, and we are mucking around with X-Plane. Many years ago, and I do mean many, when I was a wee lad, I really got into gliders and sailplanes and anything that flew without motors. I just thought that was the most amazing thing. It was almost magic, like levitation. And I got involved with radio-controlled airplanes a little bit, and took some time off during my midlife, and recently got back into giant-scale RC soaring, which is absolutely amazing hobby to get into. Go to aerotows and stuff all around the country, and well, or on the east coast of the US at least, and having a merry old time. But I also really enjoy doing this on the simulator, and one of my inspirations has been, got the guy's website here, has been this fella here, Bruno. He is a real glider pilot, and he flies in Utah, just below Salt Lake City. And he seems like he's mostly based there. And he's got a whole mess of videos, and even if you've never even seen any glider flying before, I guarantee if you watch this guy's videos, you will be hooked. You will want to give this a try. He just makes it look like so much fun, and it kind of is. So anyway, let's quit babbling and actually do some gliding here. So I am actually at, let's see here, got the map open here. Zoom out of here a bit so you can see where we are. Alright, so we are in Utah, United States. And I believe these are the Wasatch Mountains running down here. Right up here is Salt Lake City. Yeah, right up here somewhere. Anyway, this is the spot that Bruno seems to be based at, as far as I can tell. This Nephi, Uniform 1-4. Thank you, telephone. Uniform 1-4. So we're going to fly from that airport, which is the one that he actually has in his videos. And there's this really cool mountain ridge here. If you watch his videos, you'll recognize it. It's just it's a really good spot for gliding. So I have set up a race course of sorts. I've got 2 waypoints here. These are actually real glider waypoints, apparently. And I'm going to do a little sort of cross-country GPS racing here and see how we do. So, jeez, is this airplane landing? Well, that can't be good. I think a multiplayer airplane is landing right on top of us. No? Yeah, he's coming right at us. We better get out of here. Okay, alright, let's get this set up and going. The runway is in use apparently. Alright, so let's make that a little smaller. Down here. And hop in the cockpit. Better put my hat on. Sorry, I'm making you seasick here. Alright, so we're here. Okay, let's get this fired up quickly before that plane lands. Pop the brakes, and we are off. One thing I've noticed in X-Plane is the tow plane is a bit... he kind of likes to go into the wind, so he doesn't seem to care too much about the runway apparently. Which is sort of interesting. So I'm just going to follow him wherever he's going. Try to keep him in front. This is not easy. If you've never tried tow planing in this, it's a lot harder than it looks. Alright, tow plane's up, I'm up, and we are gliding. Alright, so this guy is kind of going the way I want to go. I want to get up to like at least 8,000 feet, if not maybe 10. And once we release them, we'll go to our first waypoint here. Okay, chilling out, staying behind him. Looking very good. So I've done this quite a bit, so I'm probably making this look easier than it actually is. I had some buddies over that tried this, and they got it eventually, but they had no end of trouble keeping this airplane centered there. What my weather's doing there, just changed a little bit. Yeah, I've actually set up the weather a little bit. She looks a little more hazy than I would have preferred. Notice that I've set that little maybe we'll change that once we get up here. But I got the wind set to blow against these mountains over here. Those are the Wasatch Mountains, I believe. So that'll give us that'll let us do some ridge soaring. And I've also got the thermals turned on, so we can do a little thermaling here and there. So to complete this race course, I'm going to kind of have to find a lift, otherwise I'm never going to make it back. So that could be kind of fun. Let's follow this guy. Where are we at? We are at coming up on 6,000. Got a little bit more to go. So we'll start the timer once I hit the first waypoint, but we're not there yet. I gotta adjust my map here. Oh, this is gonna be fun doing this while I'm trying to follow this guy. Let's get the whole thing in. Come on, fly the airplane. Oh boy. Okay. Alright, you can kind of see our first waypoint there, Mona Dam. That's where we're heading. Just past this little lake. You know what? I want to do something about this. It's going to break the sim if I do this. I don't think so. Whether let's just make it a little bit clearer. It's a bit grim with all that haze there. Ah, yeah, that's better. It's a lovely day. Okay. No smog. Get my map back again. Yes, understood. Got it. Alrighty, here we go. What are we up to? We're at I'm up on 7,000. 8 would be good. 10 would be excellent, but I don't want to make it too easy on myself. So I'm flying with a joystick today. I usually fly with a yoke, but you know, glider, you kind of need a joystick. It just doesn't seem right to have a yoke in a glider. I don't know if there is such a thing as a glider with a yoke, but yeah, definitely want to use the joystick here. So, got the joystick and the rudder pedals. And I got my spoilers on the. I can deploy my spoilers when I need to. I don't think there's much else on this. I know they got trim, of course. I do have a couple of other gliders that have. They got flaps, and you can reflex the trailing edge of the wing and things like that, and go faster, go slower, which is kind of cool. The stock one in the X-plane though is rather simplified. Ooh, there's a bump, a little bit of lift there. You see him bobble there? That was cool. All right, where are we going? We're coming up on going past 8,000. Getting pretty close to our waypoint here, so I'm gonna have to cut free pretty soon. Yeah, we got to make it over there, I think. Although the next waypoint after this is kind of over by that little nubbin out there. Not quite that far out, but we don't get to ridge lift until like the latter half of this trip here. So I'm going to be after thermal to start with. All right, this is all going marvelously. 8,500. May fall a little further. Get to 9,000, I'll be happy. Now you can actually steer the tow plane in the X-plane. You have to assign the keys to it, and I can make him go left and right, and occasionally you can make him go straight again. I've had some bugs where he'll only turn left and right once you start that. But for this all I need him to do is fly straight. So he's kind of going the way I want to go anyway. All right, so almost at 9,000. Come on. Yeah, we're going to cut at 9,000 feet. 500 to go. Getting a little turbulent here. I'm going to pop the space bar to release. There we go. Alright, take it easy, still plane. Thanks for the ride. So I'll let him go flying off. Alright, so gliding. Alright, we're getting into our first waypoint here. Let's zoom in a little bit. I want to go this way a little bit. Pretty good. think I'm going to call that officially at that waypoint. Alright, so let's make a turn. And we want to turn on our variometer. So if you can hear that, actually sounds a bit quiet. Yeah, so if I can change that volume a little bit. It's going to be interior maybe. Or is it instruments? I don't know. See if that makes any difference. Yeah, okay. Now we can hear it. The all-important variometer. Alright, so I gotta get myself set up here. So our next waypoint is off in that direction. So we kind of need to head that way. Ooh, I think I got a thermal. Oh, I had a thermal. It might have just been me pulling on the stick a little bit. We'll get another one in a minute though, so I'm going to proceed this way. So you see on our altimeter here, there's this little yellow mark. That is the, I think that's the lowest sink right there at that speed. And that's good for when we're getting in a thermal or when we're in a lift. We want to sit at that speed. That speed, that's the least amount of sink, so we can climb as much as possible. However, I'm going cross country right now, so I got to get to this waypoint. So I want to actually go a little faster, because I don't want to spend any time in this no lift condition. So I'm just going to. Yeah, there's a whole balancing act in sailplane flying, which I think is fascinating. You know, you want to get there as fast as possible, so you want to fly fast. But the only way to fly fast is to do a shallow dive of sorts, which of course eats up your altitude. So this is sort of happy medium somewhere in there. Oh, I just realized my pitch is really big. You don't need me this big. You make me a little smaller. There's this happy medium in there where you. Oh, I think we got a thermal. Not a big one, but it'll do. All right, let's see if we can get a little lift here. Turn around. So I can get back into that. There it is. So I gotta kind of stay in the middle of this lift. It's kind of like, you gotta picture a big sort of cylinder coming up from the ground and going way up into the air. Kind of gotta stay in the center of it, which I have failed to do. Keep my head in the middle too. I always tend to look out the side here when I'm turning. Alright, I don't know what happened to that lift. I seem to have lost it. Is this it? No. Alright, we'll find another one. I don't think I was well centered on that one to start with, so it's a bit of a mystery about where it is. My experience, it's better to just move on and keep mucking around. There'll be another one, hopefully. I believe I have a thermal set to 10% coverage, so get them once in a while, but not all the time. Anyway, what was I saying? Yes, to go fast, you need to dive. To dive, you're going to lose altitude, so you don't want to dive too much. But then again, you don't want to be flying really slowly to get minimum sink, so that you never really get anywhere. So I really want to get up to that waypoint as fast as possible. Ordinarily I'd be timing this, but I'm not really worried about it, to be honest. Just want to run the race course, but the idea is to do everything as fast as possible. I'm actually going to dive a little bit more here, so I'm trimming it down a little bit. See, my sync is going. Yeah, these other two instruments here are the variometers. Oh, hello. Okay, there's a thermal. It's not a boomer, but it'll do. Let's try it out. So the trick is usually to fly right through the thermal, and as soon as it starts to drop off, then you make your turn. So you kind of know where the beginning and the end is. Okay, I'm back in it now. There it is. Maybe. Oh, tricky. Can't find it. Yeah, about 1,000 here. We'll get one. I keep missing it. Alright, so let's get some speed going here. What our altitude? Coming up on 8,000 here. That's not good. So yeah, it's a bit of a sort of a game here. You want to fly as fast as possible, but then again, you also want to sort of, you know, stay up as long as possible. So it's kind of a sort of trade. You got to find the happy medium, the Goldilocks, sort of just right sort of a. You know, when you're doing cross country like this, you want to be going fast. Which I'm not doing a very good job of here. Okay, here we go. Build up some speed here. Get to my waypoint. Then as soon as you find lift, you want to slow down. You know, so you want to spend lots of time in the lift and very little time in the sink. Ooh, what do we got? Something? Just a little bump there. Yes, anyway, I was talking about these variometers here. There's two variometers in the sailplane. I'm not going to go into details of why, but basically, yeah, it's like the climb rate gauge on your normal airplane. You know, you can understand that's 2,000. Actually, it's meters per second in the sailplane, but obviously negative is bad and positive is good. So right now we're sinking because we're in no lift, but hopefully we'll find some shortly. If not, I've got to run over these hills here and they will guarantee to give me a lift. Yeah, this is not good. I need another thermal. Need it soon. Yeah, usually you find a thermal and then you can just circle in it and you just go up and up and up and up and it's just wonderful. But they are invisible, so at least, yeah, in real life you can find them under clouds and you can look for birds. Hello. There's thermal. Okay, wait till it drops off. Oh yeah, this is a good one. Okay, it's starting to drop off, so I'm going to start making my turn. Hopefully I can stay in it. Okay, it seems like it was more behind us then, so I'm going to fly this way a little bit more. I'm going to level out a little bit. Fly this way and then turn again. Core that lift, as a buddy of mine likes to say. There it is. That's what I want to see. Now we're going up. Yeah, we are. So you want to turn tight, so you stay in the lift, but obviously the more you're banking, the more or less lift the sailplane produces, so. Yeah, this is what I wanted. Alright, we're above 8,000 now. How high can we go? Ah, so relieved. I thought I was going to film this video and not have one thermal that I could actually get, but I'm going a little slow here. To be speed up a little bit. I think I've lost it. Where'd he go? Well, we got a little lift out of that. We're up above 8,000 again. There it is. Sort of. Yeah, the more you do this, the more you get a feel for where the center of the lift is. And oh, I'm going way too slow. Watch that airspeed. Alright, you know what? Let's move on. We're pretty close to our waypoint, so I got a little bit of lift. Hopefully that'll be enough to get me to the mountains. We're going to head to the waypoint. Okay, let's get back in speed mode here. Trim it down a little bit. Let's get over there nice and fast. A little faster. Come on. Yeah, it kills me to drop the nose to go faster, but you kind of got to do it. Okay. I'm going to call that officially at the waypoint. So we're now going to turn towards the mountains. And we're going to get some of that ridge lift over there, hopefully. So as you can, I don't know if you can see on the map here, there's my wind direction there. I got 13 knots coming from this direction, so it's blowing right onto this, right up this hill in front of us, which is going to be absolutely perfect for generating ridge lift because The wind blows up the mountain, or blows towards the mountain. As soon as it hits it, it then has to go up. It's got nowhere but to go, nowhere to go but up. So it flows over the top of the mountain here. And as long as you stay in that air, a little bump there. As long as you stay in that rising air, you will obviously stay up in the air. And the nice thing about the mountains is they, it's almost a guarantee. You can kind of guarantee you're going to get the lift most of the time. As long as the wind's blowing, when you're in the right place, you're going to get lift. So it's not as sporadic as thermals, although obviously the mountains aren't a perfect flat, smooth plane to fly in. There's all these undulations and stuff and valleys like that over there. So yeah, it gets a little interesting sometimes because it does vary a little bit. All right, so we're coming up on our mountain here. So you got to get pretty close to this to make this work. So I'm not getting any lift yet, but you always got to keep an eye on where you're going here. Okay, now I'm starting to feel the mountain here. There it is. It's not much yet, but so this is where you really got to watch your airspeed. If you get too slow, then you don't want to stall out when you're this close to the terrain. That would be very bad. There it is. There it is. That's what I wanted. Look at that. Beautiful ridge lift. Yes. So we're just going to run that along the mountain here. Very nice, very nice. And you can see, I can see on the map too. It's got the terrain sort of shadows on the mountains and stuff. So you can kind of get an idea where the terrain is and stuff. The map is really useful actually. Kind of seeing where you need to go. But look at that, it's beautiful. 5 meters per second. Going up like a rocket. Beautiful lift. That's what I want to see. Hanging away like crazy. Very nice. At some point we gotta scoot over there, so a little bit of a valley to cross, so we'll do that in a minute. There's the lift again. So I'm constantly kind of turning into the hill, trying to, because you got to anticipate you're going to be higher by the time you get to where you're aiming at with this mountain, so it's like you almost sort of constantly got to be flying into the mountain, which is absolutely terrifying. You don't ever want to fly down there, for example, but you always want to give yourself an out. But it's a sort of you want to be close to the mountain, but then again you don't want to be crashing into it. All right, so we got to make a run across here. One more little bump there. And we'll zip on over to the next ridge line here. You don't ever want to fly on the other side of the ridge, though. That's where all the sink is, and horrible rotors, and very nasty stuff. Ooh, we got a lot of lift between this little valley here. I wonder if there's a thermal right here. It feels like it. So we're not near the cliffside, so... Alright, so now we're just sort of in no man's land here. Pick up another bump as soon as we get over here. Let's move my map a little bit. See where we're going next. Yep, just come back here. Here it is. And we're back in lift. All right. We'll see. Beep, 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 beep. Yes, indeed. I think I can follow this around here. Yeah, this is going well. Should be back there soon. So look at that valley down there. We're way high now. Actually, it's on our airport? No, couldn't be. No. It's just the road or something. So, yeah, I'm not sure where I want to go here now. I think I want to get over this next ridge here. So I really want to get into this ridge here. To do that, I got to get past this little bump here. I'm not quite sure what I'm looking at here. Once I get past this, maybe I'll be able to see back there. Yeah, I really want to get in over there, but I don't think I can make that. It's a shame, because that would be really nice if I could. Might have to do a little bit of an S-turn here, maybe. Really want to get up there. That would be nice. I don't think I'm going to make it. I shouldn't try. Oh, it's so close. Bing, 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 bing. Okay, let's keep going up a little bit here, and then we'll turn around and see if we can make that pass. Oop, dang, the lift just dropped out there. I don't know if I got enough. Let's turn around and see if we got enough to get through there. You want to always turn away from the mountain, never turn in towards it. Just in case you can't make it. Alright, is this our pass? I think I can do this now. Alright, having said that, I'm not turning into the mountain, of course, but I want to go through here. Oh, I gotta watch my energy level and my airspeed. Yeah, got enough to get through here. Ooh. Nice. Beautiful. Alright, where are we going to? Alright, that's where we want to head next. I want to get onto this ridge line here. This is the main spine of these mountains here. That's where all the good stuff happens. Speed going pretty good through this no man's land here. No lift. I could fly back there if I wanted to, I guess, but I'm kind of on a course here. Very pretty scenery here though, in Utah. It really is gorgeous. We're sinking pretty good, but hopefully we'll pick it up again in a minute. Yeah, got a nice 16 knots of wind blowing up here, so should give us plenty of lift once we get to the ridgeline. Oh, I'm dropping bad, aren't I? Ooh. Come on, where's the lift? There it is. That airspeed going. I'll get slow now. Yeah, you can see the wind's really pushing me against the hill, so I gotta be careful. I'd like to get up the top there. I think it's almost 10,000 feet up there. Where are we at now? We're at 9,500, yeah. We're needing oxygen soon. And we don't even have a motor. Lift here, hopefully. Come on. There it is. Beep, 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 beep. Do I dare turn into this bowl here? I'm gonna risk it. I'll stay on the lift. Oh, this is risky. Yep, they got paid off for us though. Always got to be looking where you're going. Yeah, this is just fascinating to me. I mean, there's lots of awesome stuff you can do in this simulator, but This is one of the things I really enjoy doing once in a while, just as something a little different. It's definitely challenging. Oh, there is some lift. Oh yeah. So ideally I should have the nose pointed way down and I should be going as fast as possible while I'm doing this. Because there's almost unlimited lift on this mountain. I could be going faster, but I'm just sort of enjoying the view, so taking it easy. But I have timed this course a few times, and I seem to be getting worse at it, if anything. But first few times I ran it, I got like, how was it, like 20, 30 minutes. Had a couple of guys come over, and they played around with this too, and tried the same course, and got various times. So maybe I'll put the course in the video description. All right, where's this going now? Here. Would like to get on top of the ridge, but I don't think I'm going to make it up there. Maybe. Good backtrack. I kind of want to run the course and just, I want to keep the video sort of reasonable length. Alright, so this is the end run. We just follow that around there, and it'll should lead us straight to the airport. Yep. There shortly. Beep, 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 beep. They like that sound we do. Yeah, my radio control gliders, I have variometers in them too, and they actually transmit the vario tone back to my transmitter. There's telemetry, and I can actually hear the variometer from my radio control gliders in my ear, in a little ear bud I got. It's super cool. When you're actually standing on the ground watching your airplane, your model airplane, it's a little tough to tell whether it's going up or down. You don't get that sort of seat of the pants feel like you do in a real glider. Take all the help we can get, but of course real gliders have variometers in them too, so. All completely legit. Alright, we're on top of the ridgeline now. Yeah, it's tempting to turn around and run that ridgeline all the way up, but that's okay. Alright, well, somewhere down there is our airport. I think that's it there. Yep. So we got a lot of altitude to lose, so what we're going to do is we're going to put out the air brakes, and we're going to put in our little shallow dive, and we're going to head on down the mountain here. And I'm going to turn the variometer off, we don't need that anymore. Alright, dive, dive, dive. Let's see, I got the spoilers out. Not all the way out, but about half. So that airport is, I believe, 5,000 meters, or 5,000 feet up. I think somebody's landing on there right now. That's cool. Somebody landing down there? Looks like it. Yep. That's cool. Hopefully I'll have the runway clear by the time we get down there. It's going to be a couple of minutes, but yeah, so we've got to get down to 5,000. We're at 9,000, so I got 4,000 feet to kill in about 2 miles. So yeah, we're going to be diving. Let's trim her down a little bit more. Get those spoilers rumbling. So a lot of people ask me, what is that little red thing on the windshield? And I get all sorts of answers when I ask people, what do you think that is? And most people say, it's so you can tell which way the wind is going. And technically they're not wrong, but it's actually the turn coordinator. Like, you have a regular regular instrument panel, you have got that little curvy bow-shaped thing that's with the ball in it. So it kind of shows which way, whether I'm doing a coordinated turn or not. Like if I apply the rudder right now, you can see it goes to that side, goes to that side. It shows me whether I've got the plane coordinated, because gliders are all about efficiency, and you don't want to be making a turn where you're like, dragging your tail around. You want to be nice and into the slipstream, as much as possible. So that's what that little yeah, I don't know why they don't put them on full-size airplanes. Actually, well, I guess the prop blast would kind of mess that up. But gliders, they all seem to have these little red bits of string on the front there. All right, how are we doing here? Looking good? Somebody's taxiing around down there. The guy just landed. Cool. Hopefully nobody else is coming in. So this is Ortho scenery I made with an Ortho 4XB. Looks absolutely spectacular here. Yeah, it really is a wonderful tool, especially for gliding, because you do a lot of looking around and enjoying the scenery here in the sailplane. Alright, I'm going to botch this landing, as I always botch these landings. This is probably the hardest part of gliding, is getting the thing to actually stop flying, because everything about a glider is designed to make it fly really efficiently. And you got no motor to play with to, throttle back and then it drops down. It's tough to get these things to actually land. Alright, so let's make a race leg here. Still got the spoilers out. Airspeed's not bad. Yeah, you really got to kind of eyeball this and just sort of guesstimate. The more you do it, the better you get at it, I suppose. The more you know your machine. Like that Bruno guy who can land this thing, he's just amazing what he does with that. He usually parks way up the far end of the runway, so he uses the entire runway and just sort of sets it down right at the last part. It's a pretty long runway. What is it? It's a 6,000 foot runway, so that guy can just put it on. You can park that thing on a dime. It's amazing. Alright, let's turn on final here. Still got the spoilers out, still diving a fair amount. Need to arrest this airspeed pretty soon though. Otherwise we're going to be going along. Oh, I see a guy taxiing out. Please don't take off now. That would be bad. Because I can't go around. I believe gliders have right of way, but whether he's going to respect that, I don't know. Could land on the grass if I have to. Alright, there's the puppy lights, which I don't know if they're actually a good thing with gliders or not. Okay, still got the spoilers out. I'll bring that airspeed down a bit. I do kind of want to beat this plane though. Okay, put the spoilers away. Let's get a little bit, make sure I make the threshold before we get down too low. You stay there, airplane. We're taking off for you. Okay, I've got a bit of a crosswind here. Okay, put the spoilers out. Go. Ground fixed. So I'm just going to coast down here and let the airspeed slowly bleed off. Got nice, lots of runway to play with here, so no rush, but it just shows you how efficient this thing is. Look at it, I could probably glide this entire runway. Maybe I'll try to. No motor, I'm just gliding in ground effect. I can just keep it smooth, which I can't. Airspeed's getting a little scary now, so I think we're gonna set her down. Fly, keep flying. Yeah, look at that, I'm still going, I'm still in the air. They're just so efficient. Alright, I think we're gonna touch down now. Yep. I'm getting a little wavy here, so I probably should try to steer off the runway here before we come to the stop, because that guy wants to take off, so we're going to pull her out on the grass. Actually drop a wingtip in let it scrape, gets you off the airplane. That's kind of how you steer a little bit to get down at low speeds. And we're down. Woo! Awesome. That was cool. And we're down. Alrighty then. Well, that was fun. I don't know what my time was, but I think that was a pretty good run. Wasn't dawdling too much. Actually got some thermals lift. I was pretty pleased with that. Don't always get those. So there you go. There's a sailplane flying in X-plane. So yeah, you don't see a lot of that. I don't know why, because it is a lot of fun. Alright, well thank you for watching. If you like my videos, please give me a thumbs up. And I'd love to hear from you guys in the comments. And if you want, subscribe and I'll make more of this stuff. Take care. Thank you.